Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be showing you guys how to create a realistic cartoon line arts. If this is the first time you watching my video, and you want to learn how to create cartoons illustration, then you are at the right channel. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the like button to get more of this tutorials on a weekly basis. Without wasting much of your time, let's get started. First I have to open a new project file, which I will be setting it pixels to 3000 by 3000 and the resolution to 300. This is the social default sizes. Then, let's go online to get a picture to work with. In this tutorial, I will be working with Dwayne Johnson picture. I want the cartoon to look dramatic, so I will be looking for an action picture of him to use. I like this picture cause it shows that dramatic posture. Then I copied the picture and pasted in my Photoshop. After setting it to the perfect size I want, then I'll create a new layer to start the line arts and also reduce the reference picture opacity to have more visibility on the line arts layers. Then I select my brush tool and pick the brush I want to use for the line stroking. I do have some specific brushes I use for my line arts, but you can feel free to use any brushes you like. Just make sure it's a solid brush. The next thing is to use the pen tool to trace out the shape of the character you want to create. Watch how I am doing it. Let me quickly show you how the brush I selected looks like using the pen tool stroke option. Remember that you need to select it to brush before stroking it, cause there are many options for the stroking, but I only want to use the brush to stroke. You can see how it looks more of a comic cartoon lines. But let's continue with our pen tool tracing. Make the pen tool tracing looks very smooth as possible, because that's what the brush will react to when stroking it. I only use this pen tool brush stroking for outer lines, and also lines that differentiate some part of the character, like the shorts, shirts, and body parts. For inner lines and the fingers, I usually use this freehand to do the sketches. By freehand I mean using the brush tool, not the pen tool, but I will be using another type of brush for that. We will get to that later. I am now done with the pen tool stroking. Now let's start the inner lines using freehand, but I usually create a new layer for that, in case of any mistake. Then it will be easy for me to erase it without obstructing the previous layer. I am picking another solid sketch brush for the inner lines, but this part is kinda tricky, cause it's all related to the pressure you will be putting on the brush when using it. For some part you will have to apply it gently, while for some parts you'll have to apply a little bit pressure to make it more visible. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. This helps grow the channel and reach more people. You can see how realistic it makes the face looks. It just remained the eyebrows to make it complete. And I will be creating that later using another brush for it. Let's continue with our inner lines. Just so you know, when using the brush, you need to check the opacity and flow icons. Make sure you checked on all three icons to make it move smoothly, especially the last stimulating icon. You can see how I am rotating my screen around just to get the perfect angle for the sketches. And also, you can see I am not considering the gem chains that he is holding yet, cause I will be creating it separately on another layer, just like I am doing for the inner lines. I am about to create the eyebrows now, and I will be using another brush for it as I said earlier. You can see I have merged the layers together. Feel free to create as much layers as you want. It's the result that matters, not the layers, as you can also merge it all into one layer when you're done with the line arts. I am done with characters' body sketches. Now let's create the chains, but I need to change my brush to a sketch brush, and I will be using freehand to do it, just like I did for the inner lines, but I'll be applying a little bit pressure on the brush to make it visible enough. I have to switch off the characters' lines layer, just to make me focus on the chains lines alone without confusions. And when I am done, I can always go back to the characters' lines layer to erase the part that falls under the chains lines. I am deliberately using freehand for the chains lines. I don't want it to look too rigid comparing to the characters' outer lines, so doing it like this will give it that realistic feel. I am now erasing the characters' lines that falls under the chains lines. That's why I recommend using multiple layers for your line arts. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the comment sections. I will give you the right answer for it or give you another tutorial on it. Here's the final result. Thanks for watching.